This video is to determine if given the endpoints of the diameter, what is the length of the diameter and the radius. So in this point, I am given that I'm given 2 points, and these are the endpoints of the diameter. So the endpoints of the diameter are -4, 4, -4, 4, and -8, 1. So with this, I'm just going to draw a very crude diagram of the coordinate plane, and I know that -4, 4 is going to be somewhere around here, -4, 4, and it's going to be in the second quadrant. And then given that, I know that my other value here, -8, 1, will be somewhere around here. And we talked about in class that this right here is the diameter of the circle, and I'm going to make this into a right triangle. Because if I make it into a right triangle, and I know the lengths of the sides of the right triangle, I can use the Pythagorean theorem to find the hypotenuse, which ends up being the diameter of the circle. So in this case, I am going to look at it, and I'm going to say, okay, going from -8 on my x axis to -4, a is going to be 4. And going from 1 to 4 on my y-axis, b is going to be equal to 3. So in this case, I have the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. I'm going to plug in my values. And so that's 16 plus 9, 25, is equal to c squared. And so to find out the value of c, I just take the square root of both sides. Now, c is 5, and c is the diameter of the circle. So the diameter is 5. Now, to find the radius, I just take the diameter and divide it by 2. So r is going to equal 2.5. So let's try another example. Let's try the endpoints of the diameter are -4, 5, and 4, 1. So -4, 5 is somewhere up here, -4, 5. And then I know that this next point is somewhere over here, 4, 1. So this is my other endpoint of the diameter. So this would be my diameter right here. So I'm going to make a right triangle. And if I can determine what A is and B is, I can solve for C using the Pythagorean theorem again. So in this case, I am going from -4 to +4. So I have to go 4 spaces plus 4 more, so B is equal to 8. And then I'm going from +1 to 4, and so B is equal to 4. Okay, and so I'm going to plug this in to the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. And I'm going to have 8 squared plus 4 squared, and that's going to equal C squared, so 64 plus 16 is equal to C squared, and so 80 is equal to C squared, and then I take the square root, and the square root of 80 is equal to C, and if I want it in decimal form, I just use my calculator and find the square root of 80, and then that is C is equal to 8.9. So my diameter is equal to 8.9, and then I take that and divide it by 2 to find my radius, and my radius is equal to 4.47. So that's how you use the two endpoints of diameter to find the radius.